Today I'm testing the crunch stitch to see if the texture is right for a crocheted bath mat in t-shirt yarn. I've got a 12mm hook, white t-shirt yarn, and I'm starting a small swatch to see how it feels. You start by doing a slip knot and then you chain an even number of stitches plus 1. So I'm going to do 14 for my swatch and then an extra one, 15, as my turning chain. And 15. Right. Now I'm going to turn my chain over and I'm going to be crocheting into these little back bumps, if you can see them there. And it's a 2-stitch repeat of a half double crochet and a slip stitch. So we're going to do our first stitch in this back bump here. It's a half double crochet, which is yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 on your hook, and that makes a half double crochet. Then we are going to be doing a slip stitch into the very next stitch. So find that back bump, insert your hook, pull your yarn. Oops, sorry. It's not the easiest to get used to working with t-shirt yarn. So insert your hook and pull through both loops on your hook. That is a slip stitch. Then it's yarn over into the next back bump. Golly. Pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. That's the next half double crochet. A slip stitch into the very next stitch, in and through. And you're going to repeat the half double crochet and then slip stitch all the way along until you've finished. And yeah, it just takes a while to get the rhythm going. The first row is usually the most difficult, so I'm going to carry on and I'll see you back at the end of the row. Right, I've got 2 chains left, so let's finish these together. A half double crochet into this one, and then a slip stitch into the last one. With a crunch stitch, you always start with a half double crochet and end with a slip stitch. Then you'll chain 1 for your turning chain and turn your work. You can see that texture starting to build in this foundation first row. Right, we're going to start with a half double crochet on the first stitch of the second row, and then you slip stitch into the very next stitch, and we're going to repeat that again all the way to the end of the row. Half double crochet and then slip stitch. I've reached the end of row 2, so I'm going to chain 1 in my turning chain and turn my work, and then I'll start my row 3, which follows exact same stitch repeat of a half double crochet and a slip stitch. So we're going to half double crochet into this next stitch here, and then slip stitch in here. Oops, sorry, slip stitch, and then half double crochet, and then slip stitch. I'll just carry on to the end of the row, and hopefully we'll start to see some texture as we make more progress. I'm reaching the end of this row, row 3, got 3 stitches left, so it'll be a slip stitch, a half double crochet, and then a slip stitch into the last stitch. Sometimes it can be quite tricky to find these last stitches. It's really important that we don't miss them out, otherwise the sides grow wonky. Okay, so I'm going to start row 4. I am doing my turning chain and then turning my work. You can see the texture starting to show up quite nicely. It is very thick and quite knobbly. Let's see how it looks as it grows. So I'm just repeating my pattern of half double crochet, slip stitch on row 4, so you can follow along with me, and let's see how this goes. And this is the finished swatch. You can really see that crunch stitch texture coming through. It's quite dense and very structured. For a bath mat, it might feel a bit too knobbly for some people, especially if you like something soft under your feet. But texture-wise, it's actually really interesting. I can see this working for people who like that more tactile feel. Let me know what you think of this stitch. Would you use this for a bath mat?